Hi everyone, welcome to Connected Technologies. Today I'm going to explain very one of the important topic. Okay, so that is related to Oracle Fusion or else Oracle EBS. How we can use or else how we can apply the data fix for any issues or any bugs or any data corruption or any data leakage. So that I'm going to explain very crystal clear. So let's see. We'll go and have a look on it. Okay. So yeah. So the very first we will see the small definition. What does it mean? What is the data fix in Oracle Fusion, either Oracle e-business suite R12? Let's see here. In Oracle Fusion and Oracle e-business suite R12, a data fix refers to a correction or a modification applied to the system's data to resolve the issues. That means by applying the data fix, what the system it will do, it will correct the data and it will modify that respective accounting or a form issues or any data correction. Once we apply the patch to the respective instance, system automatically it will correct the data with the expected output. Okay. The next one, a data fix is typically executed to restore the data. That means it is mainly used for the data. I mean to say any issue it is happening for the volume of count is very high, so that volume of count is we can restore it with the correct information. That I'm going to give an example. Okay, so at that time we can use it, especially after system upgrade or incorrect financial transactions or migration, bugs, or data correction that the patch couldn't resolve, or else when the patch have been affected with the existing data. So there are multiple reasons. So once the system is upgraded like 23D, 24, 24B, 24A, 24D, there are every quarterly updates will be there. Whenever we get upgraded our system with the latest version, at that time also we may get the form issues, accounting issues, some weird behavior from the application. So, and at the same time, any incorrect financial transaction, so that accounting entries, sometimes it may generated with correctly, sometimes it may not generated. So during the migration phase from one source system to another target system, so as if any bugs are raised or any data corruption is happened, so even though patch applied that it will work for only newly created transaction, it won't look for an existing transaction. That fix it may not work for the previous transactions. And at the same time, if you raise a SR for one issue, they given a patch, that issue got resolved, but again it is causing a new issue. After applying a patch for also, it may affected for the existing data. Okay, there are a lot of reasons will be there to get the issues. So, but for all these reasons, we have only one set of solutions. SR bug as well as data fix depends on the majority of the issues or a priority of the issues. Accordingly, we will consider. Okay, so here I'm going to explain with a crystal clear process flow diagram, taking one business scenario, one transaction activity. But this transaction activity is only for just for an example. It may I mean, it may happen the same case in real time. It may not happen. But to understanding the difference between patch as well as the data fix, where we will be used exactly in data fix under. By using this example, I'm going to explain very clearly. Let's see here. Okay. So now I am creating the automatically creating the P2P PO matched invoices through ERS invoices or a pay and receipt process. That means I am creating the AP invoice automatically by using the pay and receipt concept or a ERS functionality. Let's see here. So I am planning to procure some raw material or some services from the respective supplier. So in this case, I created a purchase requisition, and these purchase requisition I will send to the my respective procurement team. So based on the item quantity, price, bill to location, ship to location, from where we need to get these items from the supplier, which supplier I need to get. So that information we updated over the purchase order. So this purchase order we will send to the respective supplier. So this supplier, what are the goods or service which we requested over the PO, he will send those goods to our respective inventory or a sub inventory or a warehouse. So these, based on this receipt, once we receive the goods, what we will do with the help of ERS process or a pay and receipt process, we will create our PO matched invoice AP directly. So that means we are not creating the AP invoice by running the pay and receipt functionality. AP invoices are created automatically in the accounts payable model. That relevant setups needs to be done in the backend. So now let's see here. So once the based on the CRS functionality, system it will create the AP invoice. So let's see here. This is the AP invoice header details like BU name, supplier name, organization, and then in invoice amount. It's an invoice line amount, invoice tax amount, either it could be India GST or a VAT. Okay, so invoice total amount. So my invoice amount is 10,000. On top of we have line amount also same. So for this total amount, I'm calculating 10% tax. So that is 1,000. So my total amount, invoice amount plus tax amount equal to 11,000. So as an expected results, this 11,000 should be updated to this respective header level. So if you see here, the total amount is wrongly populated in the invoice header level. So here, so it should update to the 11,000, but it is not happening. So it's an not intended behavior. So it's a behaving differently. We are not expecting this output, but system it is updating this invoice amount as a wrong. So like that, for the same issues, we have a total invoice count would be 4,000 invoices affected by the tax issue with the same. So for these 4,000 invoices, we are facing the same issue. Okay. So this is the issue description. So now to resolve this tax issue, to update this tax plus line amount properly in header amount, I'm going to create an SR. Okay. Let's see here. So please keep in mind. So what are the example which I am showing here? This is just for an example to understanding where we will be use the patch or a bug or a data fix. So mainly we are focusing on data fix only. So to give the clarification, I am using this example. Okay, let's see here. So now here, so resolution process for a newly created invoices with a tax issue through an Oracle patch. So this is a patch. So now what I am doing, I want to resolve this issue. So the tax is not updating at invoice header level, right? So in this case, we have a issue overview. So here we have a total invoice count. It's a 4,000 invoices affected by the tax issue. So now, so this is my problem. So the total tax amount, either GST or VAT, is not populating on the invoice header. So in this case, the very first what I'm going to do, I will go and create my issue related SR in Oracle Metalink. It's a support.oracle. So here, once I created a SR, so this is the SR number. This is a just dummy number which I given with my phone number. This is my issue description. AP total amount, total tax amount is not populated to the invoice header. This is my SR description, SR number. So now, whenever we raise the any SR, you know, right, we have to share the lot of trace files, TXT files, log files, along with the screen prints and that. So now the Oracle SR engineer, so they carried out POC there internally. They did the testing and they did the research, and then they consulted with the internal Oracle development team. After confirming that the setups are correct, but the issue is continued. They suspected as a product defect and marked as a bug. So after they did the final testing, final POC, final validation internally, that Oracle team they confirmed themselves it is in a bug. All setups are correct. So something it is happening began. So in this case, they confirmed that this is a bug. So in this case, this Oracle team what they will do, they will create a one bug internally with the help of SR engineer or product team. They will create this issue is a related bug like, so that bug resolution and all they will provide timeline. So then after that, so against this bug, okay, what we will do is we will receive the patch from the Oracle support team. This is a patch. It's an example patch I am giving here. This we will be use it for a EBS case. The client DBA team will apply the patch in development or test environment based on the requirement. So here the patch means it will be there is some small script to rectify that issue. Okay. So it will be there script in the back within the patch. So that the DBA team, technical team, they might aware. So how the script it will work accordingly, it will fix the issue. Okay, so in our DBA team, if in case of Oracle EBS R12, so the patch, physical patch we have, which is provided by the SR engineer, with the help of our DBA team, we will apply to the target instance. If in case our Fusion instance cloud application, so the Oracle product team we have, they will apply this patch internally. Okay, whether it could be test or a dev or a production instance, depends on our approval. Okay, so now we applied the patch. Okay, so in the respective application, respective engines, either EBS or a Fusion. So once the patch is applied, we have to do the proper testing. So whether the patch is working or not for the respective issue. In this case, so after applying the patch, created a test AP invoice to confirm that the total tax amount, either GST VAT, is calculated correctly on the invoice header level. Okay, so now the tax is calculated correctly. So we'll see that flow in a diagram wise. So, and here you can please keep in mind. So this fix will apply only to the newly created invoices. Okay. So the patch which we apply to our respective instance, it is working fine, but that is working for only newly created invoice. So let's see here. The resolution process for newly created invoice with the tax issue through an Oracle patch. That means, so for newly created invoice only this patch is working. Let's see here. I'll explain. So the process will be same. I'm testing one invoice again. I mean, by creating the purchase requisition, purchase order, and then after that we will send that purchase order to the supplier. Supplier will send the goods or service to our organization. By creating there, we will create the receipt. With the help of receipt, by using the pay and receipt functionality or ERS functionality, we will create the AP invoice in AP module automatically. So here, if you see here, so the tax amount, if you see, it's a calculated properly. The tax amount correctly updated at the invoice header level. Let's see here. This is invoice header detail, line detail, tax details, and then invoice total details. So line amount plus tax amount, it's a total amount. So the same it is updated or invoice header level also. Now in this case, once we apply the respective patch in our target instance, either it could be cloud or EBS, okay, the issue got resolved. Okay, the total tax amount is correctly populated at the invoice header level. That means the tax is issue is resolved. But if you observe here, this fix via patch will apply only for newly created invoices. That means, so once we apply the patch, then after that, what are the invoices which we are going to create? Those are creating correctly. But here the thing is, we have total invoice count is 4,000 invoices which got affected by the tax issue. Then what about existing 4,000 invoices? Then who is going to resolve these issues? Okay, so we are created the SR, we raise the SRE given a solution, but that solution is working for only newly created invoice. Then what about my 4,000 invoices we have? If you want to do manually, this is not possible at all. So now to fix to provide the solution for these 4,000 invoices, okay, we can able to do with the help of data fix. Now the data fix, it will come into the picture. So whenever we raise the any SR, to fix that respective issue, we will use the patch. If the volume of data is very high for a data corruption, okay, sorry, for the data corruption, I mean to say this tax is not calculated for the 4,000 invoices. So that volume of count is very high. So to fix this 4,000 invoices at a time, again Oracle will give the one more patch. That patch is a data fix patch, so that it will fix this existing invoice. That process we will go and see here. It's the same process only. Okay, so resolution process for a existing 4,000 invoices with a tax issue through the data fix patch. So what we need to do, as of now we created a SR, they given a patch. By applying the patch, the issue got resolved. So all newly created transaction, it's calculating the tax and it is applying the header amount correctly. But now we are creating the one more SR, or else on top of SR they will create the one more patch. Let's see here. Now here the data fix for an existing invoice issue is existing invoice 4,000 invoice are not fixed by the patch, as the fix is only applied to the new invoice. So as I mentioned, so the patch is only working for newly created transaction. So we are bothering, the patch is not working for an existing 4,000 invoices. So in this case, Oracle, what it will do, Oracle will log another bug for a data fix against the same SR. So this is our existing SR. Against that SR only, they will create one more bug for a data fix purpose. Now this is the data fix bug. So on top of this, what Oracle, they will provide the timeline when they are going to give data fix and all they will give. So now we have to apply this data fix related patch in our target instance. So Oracle will provide the data fix patch. This is the patch. Okay, GDF. So GDF, total tax amount is not populated to the invoice header. This is a patch which was provided by our Oracle product team. So as I mentioned earlier, if it is an EBS case, so this respective patch we will apply with the help of our DBA team in our target instance. If it is a fusion case, so Oracle product team we have internally they will apply because it's a cloud instance. Cloud instance we don't have an access to do this patching, cloning and all. Okay. So now once the patch is applied to the respective instances, so after applying the data fix patch, the existing 4,000 invoice were verified, ensure that the total tax amount, either GST VAT, is calculated correctly at the invoice header level. So that we tested again. Okay, so this data fix will apply for a only an existing invoices 4,000. Now the tax is calculating correctly for an existing 4,000 invoices. Post this patch apply to or respect to development environment or a production environment. Okay, so now the patch data fix patch is working properly. After applying this data fix patch our instance, when we created that, system automatically create the total amount for existing 4,000 invoices. So that is also we have diagram, same diagram only I'm going to show there. So next, if you see here, SR creation process we will raise it for a, okay, Oracle SR is raised for a any issues. Bug fix, if the issue is in a bug, Oracle logs in a bugs and provide the patch. So data fix, in case of a data corruption, okay, Oracle logs in a bug and provide the data fix patch. So here any issue we get initial stage, first we will write SR. So based on the issue and all, they will log the bug and they will fix the issue with the help of patch. If the patch is working for newly created transaction, if it is not working for existing transaction, as I mentioned, as we discussed as of now, they will create bug for a data fix purpose and they will provide the data fix patch, so that it will resolve the existing transaction, existing invoice also. Let's see here. So the resolution process say existing 4,000 invoices we are going to fix with the help of data fix patch. So here also say we created requisition, purchase order will send to the supplier, supplier will send the goods, and these goods they will send to our organization. There we will create a receipt. Based on the receipt, we will create again invoices. So now we are testing our in our application. So the tax amount it is calculated correctly. Okay, without no issues. The total amount is correctly populated in the invoice header level. If you see here, 11,000, 11,000. This is the tax amount. This is the line amount. So now the data fix patch will apply only to the existing 4,000 invoices. Okay. So now the 4,000 invoices which we have, right? For those 4,000 invoices, after applying this data fix patch, system able to calculate the this invoice header amount correctly without no issues. Okay. So yeah. So this is the way we will use and we will apply the this Oracle data fix patch to resolve the issues for an existing transactions. If the volume of is very high, in this case only Oracle will provide the data fix. Okay, if we have a 10 transaction, so after applying the patch, that issue got resolved, and if you requested for a remaining 9 invoice as a data fix, they will not provide. So the data fix they will do only for a bulk count of invoices, minimum 4,000, 5,000, 2,000 invoice we have. So in this case we can request them as a data fix to get the tax amount or issue, to rectify the issue for the remaining bulk invoices which we are facing the same issue. Okay. Yeah. So this is the way the data fix it will work, either fusion application or a cloud application. I hope I given very crystal clear information about the patch as well as the data fix. So I hope you guys understand very clear. Yeah. So this is all about today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. So I'm requesting everyone, please subscribe to Connect Thrive Technologies for a better and quality education going forward. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for your continued support. Have a good day.